Hey everybody, James with My Pups, My Breeder Supply, and my wife Tammy's here on this one, so we do this a little bit differently. We haven't done one in 3 weeks, and it's just been too long, and the trouble is we just get so busy, and so I like doing them, and I think it's good information, but, so we're on the road, we're driving to Texas, so don't do this, you might get in an accident. In fact, we already saw an accident coming up here, but anyway.
Do as I say, don't do as I do.
Yes, so...
Now, where have you heard that before?
Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit different because you're going to have two people commenting from slightly different perspectives about some of these questions you've been asking. So remember this, my wife is always right. So Tammy and James...
Did y'all record that?
Yeah, we're recording this. Okay, here's the first question. My mama dog doesn't want to feed her... This is from Lilyflower. My mama dog doesn't want to feed her 6-week puppies. I think they have teeth.
They do have teeth.
They do.
They had teeth 3 weeks ago before they were 6 weeks.
I started with puppy starter food. You recommended a few videos back. Great, you're getting some information that you followed. I told the vet said they are too small for food and water. And that I shouldn't start until they're 8 weeks old.
No.
Oh my goodness. All right. So the vet needs to looked at our stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think about that one, Tammy?
Okay. 3 weeks old, if you'll feel in the puppy's mouth, you will see that they have little nubs of teeth coming in.
Yeah, right.
So, for sure, by the time they're 4 weeks old, you can get that Royal Canine puppy mousse, starter mousse. Very good for them. Put a little bit of goat's milk in there, make it real soupy or like gravy, and they'll lap it up. Sometimes they don't take it on just right at the beginning, but they will. And then you can eventually leave out the milk in it and let them start eating it like it is out of the can. And it's Royal Canine.
So
don't look at him.
so I mean, God, you're on the money there. So here's the deal. Look, if you leave your babies with mum until 8 weeks old, you have 5, 6, 7, 8 puppies, your mum is going to look like she's a skin and bones and nothing else.
Yeah.
They can't survive on just milk at 8 weeks old. You've got to get them on real food, don't you? Yeah. So you get them on real food like Tammy's talking about. In fact, we've got a video of exactly this where our daughter Chanel has 2 videos in a row. One at 4.
She's been whelping our babies.
Yeah, one at 4.5 weeks. The last one's at 7 weeks. And at 7 weeks, mum does not want to have anything to do with this baby. She's done.
She's jumping away to get away from him, and they're grabbing her little titties and stretching them out, and just horrible.
Teeth and claws. Yeah. Right. You've got to get these puppies onto regular food, transition into the Royal Canine puppy starter mousse, good stuff, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So we're both in agreement on that one, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
The vet is full of.
Well, I don't want to talk bad about vets.
We love our vets. Don't get us wrong. We love our vets. But the thing is,
if you ask 10 vets the same question, you will get 10 different answers.
Right.
But they do their job. They do good. But you've got to use your brain, your gut feeling.
Right.
Google it.
Right.
Instincts, all that stuff.
Right. Yes. Yeah, if a vet says something to you and it doesn't quite sit right, Google it. Because I'm not saying that vets aren't right. They are right most of the time. And vets know an awful lot about the whole thing to do with all kinds of animals, not just the specialty of breeding dogs. So we're not saying don't listen to your vet. You should. But sometimes the vets can give bad information. Unfortunately, this is one of those cases where I'm with the best intentions, the information about not leaving puppies. I mean, you can leave your babies with your mamas till they're 8 weeks old, but you've just got to give them other nutrition, and you've got to make sure that mum will accept them at that age. Lots of mums have had enough at that age. They just don't want any part of it. Okay, very good. Where can I buy the AI kits? Well,
from mybreedersupply.com.
That's right.
www.mybreedersupply.com.
And we're driving through in Texas now. Yeah. We're yeehaw! We're in Texas. Tammy's a Texas girl. I married a Texas girl. They're great.
Watch, it's fixing to fall again. See it?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well,
hang on to it.
Right. Let's get the next question up while it falls.
Okay.
I believe my female has a split heat. First test was 1.73. 3 days later it was a 0.2. Any advice? Well, yeah. So the answer is yeah. If your girl is like a year old, year and a quarter old, that's when I see split heats a lot, where it does this business like this. And what you got to do, so the problem here is you can run into a lot of money running vet tests because the numbers are going all crazy. And what I would recommend is this: take a look at her discharge color. If it's still really red, then wait 4 or 5 days until it's and then do another test, or do it sooner if it lightens up and becomes pink. Problem is, nobody can predict this. You just got to go do some tests and just not spend an arm and a leg doing it. My dog is 58 days today. I took a temperature and she's at 99.1. Based on your experience, roughly how soon would you think pups will be here? Thank you. That was Samantha Vasquez. All right, Tammy, you're up.
Okay, you let Mama tell you when she's going to have those babies. If she wants to keep them in the oven a little bit longer, she needs to, because if you take babies 2 days too early, you'll have half of them not make it.
She needs to be doing all these. It's good. Yeah. So I mean, I'll tell you a story here from last week. I had a picture sent to me from not a customer of mine, but somebody had seen our blogs, what do you want to call it. Sent me a picture of 8 puppies, all look like rats. They're all dead. Just come out of mum. None of them breathing.
They had to be 5 days early.
So they did breedings in 5 days over a 5-day period, and they based the C-section off the first one they took the puppies, and they even did a reverse progesterone test. The number was 16. It's a hugely bad mistake.
Yeah.
And the consequence of this, is you lose all puppies.
Please have Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. That means have 2 or 3 vets that you know, that you trust, that know about C-sections and French bulldogs, that if one of them is going to be out of town, you've got a backup. Yeah.
So I'm going to say something here about that. So this argument, I hear this a lot. Well, the vet says he won't be around on a Sunday, right? Well, hey, you just tell the dog that, and the dog's just going to say, okay, then we won't have the puppies till Monday. I'll wait. That's not happening, is it? So to answer your question, we cannot answer your question as to how many days she's out with a temperature of 99.1, but we can tell you this: she's not ready to have puppies yet. Take a temperature. You're looking for a temperature that drops below 99. You're not there yet. Typically, you're at day 61 or later. You're at day 58. You're not there yet. She will not be eating food that day. You didn't answer that. You didn't tell us about that. She'll be panting. She'll be nesting first. Puppies within 24 hours.
They quit eating.
Yes.
The majority of them.
Right.
Let me just say that. The majority of them quit eating.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a video that I put together some time ago, and it's called "What Your Vet Doesn't Know Will Kill Your Puppies." Go look at that video because it really does explain it in quite some detail. But the answer to your question is you are not ready yet, and you're just going to have to pay attention. And so Tammy, I mean, stay close to the dog.
Well, you want to once her temperature drops to 99, because she could run 99 for 4 days.
You could do this.
Yeah, and it could go up and down.
Make it all up to 100.
But do a temperature check a week before her first breeding due date, once a day. Once that she drops to 98, it could be 24 hours before she has that puppy.
Right.
But take it twice a day, and
when you get within a couple of days.
Right.
So if you see a temperature coming down to like your temperature, 99.1, start taking temperature twice a day.
Yeah.
So what we do is we take the temperature, we get up in the morning, we let her out, goes peeps and poos, comes back in, we take a temperature.
Yeah.
If you've only taken a temperature once, you don't know that you're doing it right. If you've taken a temperature 5 days beforehand,
and you've got to get that thermometer far in there.
It's got to get it in that far. I mean, a good finger length, because if you get it in not very far, you'll get low readings, so it'll fool you. But and of course, the one thing that you can do is a reverse progesterone test and come back with a number that is less than 2.5, you're absolutely safe to take puppies. So very, very important here. This is a good question. Unfortunately, we can't answer it directly with an answer for you.
Let Mama Dog tell you.
Yes,
she'll quit eating, she'll be nesting, she'll be panting, she'll have a stare off in the distance. You're losing it again.
Yep.
And you'll know.
Yep.
Don't leave her alone when she's that close.
Yep. All right, next question. Ooh, lost us. Okay. I just got an 8-week-old pug and she's getting her claws stuck on clothes, carpets, and the worst one was a metal opening in a cage. We're waiting for a better cage and I'm just breaking down in tears, not knowing what to do. Can you help me? Tammy, can you help her?
Oh, clip those toenails.
That's right.
Just clip a little off each time that you feel safe about it, and you'll learn where it's a little hook, and right at the end of that hook, You know, you'll see well, black toenails are kind of hard. Just that
But
little
you'll feel
hood,
it, won't
take
you?
off.
You run your
yeah.
fingers over it, and I mean, it's like scratches like hell,
Oh,
right?
yeah. It's like talons on a
Yeah,
bird.
so those can get hung up, and they will absolutely get hung up on furniture, your clothes, carpets. You can even yank a nail out that way. But by the way, that's one of the reasons we remove the dew claw on puppies at 3 to 5 weeks, 3 to 5 days old. Some people don't like that, but yeah. Okay, Tammy's saying hurry up because we're about to get to a graduation, a virtual graduation party. But I was going to say one more thing because this goes back to the other person who had the weaning the dogs. Make sure that you're clipping those nails anyway, because Mama, besides the fact that they can get hung up in furniture and clothes,
they're scratching Mama's tummy and titties.
yeah, and get her really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you do address this, and it's very simple to do. Get yourself a pair of purpose nail clippers to do this. It's much easier. Get good light, get your glasses
But
on.
you have that in the little supply that you can buy from mybreedersupply.com.
Go
We
to
have those little baby scissors in that little box.
Go to My Breeder Supply and go to our puppy care kit and buy that. It's $99 and it's got all kinds of great stuff in there. Not only that, but it's got stethoscopes and things to look in their ears and thermometers and everything else. Okay, so that's enough of this one. I hope you like this format. It's a bit different, so we really appreciate the fact that you're taking the time to look at our videos. If you think that it's crap, let us know. We'll change it.
Yeah.
If we miss stuff, let us know about that too.
And don't forget to look at our website, www.lovemypups.com and www.mybreedersupply.com.
Hey, thanks for looking at us. Subscribe to us. We'd appreciate that. And you know the most important thing is what, Tammy?
We got babies coming.
The most important thing is got babies coming.
Yeah, in about
most important thing is be good.
about 5 to 8 days.
Be good to your doggies. Bye, everybody.
Bye.